There's the two of us together flying high. All the wings of love, all the wings of love. Oh yeah, good. Ow, my tooth. Hey, do you reply to DMs? No. It depends. Am I outside? No. Oh, I slept. Now I get a headache. On the wings of love. Hey, I'm good. It's the two of us together flying high on the wings of love. I am good. Now I got that stupid song stuck. Hello, Potter. Hey, how's life? Good. Can you be a mod? No. I have a headache. Did you? I have one, so why would I look for one? Hey guys, I'm doing good. Oh. She's good. All the wings of love. I don't have a relationship with anyone, so I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? All the wings of love. It's the two of us together flying high. They don't know where I'm at. First of all, they literally looked on Google AI because I got a screenshot, so let's not lie. No serosity. And they said that that picture in the background is Ronald. So I got screenshots of what they're saying in the Discord about the backgrounds. They don't know where I'm at. They assume where I'm at. And you know how I know? Because they sent Papa John's to the wrong address. I got a notification in my email that they ordered pizza and they ordered it to the wrong address. So try again. All the wings of love. Is the two of us together flying high upon the wings of love. I just told you I got an email. It was in my email. They used my email and I looked at the address where they were sending pizza and it's the wrong address. So yes, that's how I knew, because I got an email. Spilling your skin and all, so all the wings of love, the two of us together flying high upon the wings of love. I got that song stuck in my head. Did you find a job yet? Did you? Yeah, they did, because my email is my business email. It's literally on my TikTok, so people do use it. I don't know. I wanted to get it threaded, but that might hurt. Yes, those AI videos are creepy. I blocked them. No, so my business email is like, okay, so when someone says business email, which I should actually have a business email instead of using my regular one, that means that if companies want to reach out to you for whatever reason, to collab or anything like that, they'll email your business email. That's what a business email is for. And you put your business email in your bio so people can, use your business email. So, yeah. But yeah, so why don't you pull all your effort into getting a job? Why would a company collaborate? Okay, first of all, Temu collabed with me, so all the wings of love. Hey, it's the two of us together. I think I gotta look. I think Netflix took their money and I canceled it. Why? No, well, Temu, well, maybe. I don't think Temu collabs with everyone, but maybe. I don't know. I like Squidward. He's so relatable to me. Squidward is funny. No, I haven't seen Digital Circus. I like it. Oh no, is that you or is that McLovin? Because that looks like McLovin from Superbad. That's one of my favorite movies. There was a guy that at my school they used to call him McLovin because he looked like McLovin. he sold drugs. Yeah, in high school, he got caught and. What kind of an idiot does that? He got caught throwing pills in the trash in the bathroom, like, bruh. I knew some dude, I didn't even say anything because I'm not a snitch. There was some dude that used to sell weed at my high school. When I was in summer school, he brought a whole tub, and like a plastic tub, and he would sell weed, and I was like, I saw these girls buy it, and I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't no snitch. Crazy. I sat on the floor. If I was on the floor outside, you'd know. Yeah, I know. So what do you do? Work on housing today? Yeah, I worked on a house. I'm a landscaper. I'm just kidding. Where you live? Why living? That makes no sense. Where am I living? I'm living under the bridge. I'm just kidding. I do have other stories. Your mom, she was here last night. I'm just kidding. And who'd you snitch right now? First of all, it's not snitching if you don't name the person. And second of all, we're not in high school, so what's your job? My job is to mind my business, and your job is to mind yours. So, yeah. I'm not collabing with anyone. Are you going to do anything for the 4th of July? Yeah. Nothing huge. Just watch fireworks, I guess. That's all. Taxpayers' money. Okay, whatever. That's not a job. Do you like arguing with people online a lot? No. Does it sound like I'm arguing? Why am I lame? Because I can. Why are you living in a tent? And do you need a place to stay? No, I'm not living in a tent. I'm joking. For those of you who really truly want to help, the thing is that people are saying I'm living in a tent. Mind you, when I say these things, I had to be careful with, because people are trying to find where I live. So a lot of people really believed I lived in a tent, so why not let them? Because if not, they'll try to look for where I'm at. They're trying to like Google every single homeless shelter and see where I'm at. That's not gonna work. It's not anything to make light of or be funny, because there's people that actually live in a tent. But I gotta be careful with what I share, because people will try to find out where I live. So if I go live outside, they're like, oh, you're in a tent. Okay. Yeah, you like giving anything, especially if they believe I live in a tent, just let them. Am I working? I do social media, but right now I'm in the process of trying to get a place. And so I need to post 1 minute videos. I've been forgetting. On the wings of love, two of us together flies high. And I got that stupid song stuck in my head. Okay, you're going to do. No, Salady, what I'm going to do is tell you to STF you. First of all, I don't get myself kicked out of shelters. Second of all, some shelters have a time frame of how long you can be at the shelter. So maybe think about that before you speak. I'm not going to get a place for free. Yes, I am. I'm just going to tell them, hey, I'm Tophiachu, give me a free place to live. I'm just kidding. What's it? That's an odd question to ask. What steps are you taking to get housing? Well, the steps that I'm taking, I take 6 steps forward, right? Then I step to the left. Then I slide to the I'm just kidding. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscrossed. Turn it down. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 1 hop this time. 1 hop this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Get fucky with it. I'm just kidding. That's y'all just like. Oh my god. Telling someone to get a job isn't helping. Are you working? That's a yes or no question. I'm a hooker. I am working. What are you gonna do when you run out of shelters? What would you do if your son is at home crying all alone because he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money and his dad is gone? Have you ever heard that song? That's like the realest song ever. In and out of lockdown. But for you, this is just a good time. But for me, this is what I call life. Oh, sorry. That's what came up when they said, what would you do? Where am I staying now? I'm staying under the bridge. Are you banned? No, I'm not banned on TikTok. I've already explained that. My shoulder hurts. First of all, I'm reading the comments. No one that I feel that genuinely cares, I'm responding to. I'm reading the comments, and the comments are not people who genuinely care, especially when they say, do I work? Working has nothing to do with housing. So I don't know why people are concerned. First of all, you don't have to have a job to have housing. I don't know why how to explain that. There's housing programs for people with no income. So if you're genuinely concerned, then maybe you should be concerned about yourself. Because I'm reading the comments, so stop acting like some people are genuinely concerned. there's a few that I saw that I already answered them. Because they said, "Are you okay? Why are you sleeping in a tent?" And I responded. No, because there's housing programs for people with no income. I already applied for those housing programs. So no, you don't need a job. But I work social media. How do you think I've been paying my storage? How do you think my phone bill's been paid? I need to find my tablet. It's missing. So I could watch my Disney Plus. Is there someone else in mind? 'Cause I wanna keep you close. I wanna see him live the weekend. Our paths may never cross again. It's the best that it's ever been. I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. I wouldn't miss this for the... I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Wouldn't have missed loving you, girl. You make my whole life worthwhile with your smile. I wouldn't have changed one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. Is this for the world? Anyways, I need to hear my music, man. No, I don't have to stop my social media. Hi. No, it's not earning me money because I don't have subscriptions. I already explained that. When I talk about making content for free, I'm talking about videos. I'm not talking about live streams. Because sometimes on TikTok, I don't even make a lot of money, but I still go live. So, you know what I'm watching on Disney Plus? I already watched it all the way to the end, but I'm rewatching it over again because that's my comfort show. And don't come for me because yes, I know the accusations about Bob Saget, but my comfort show has been Full House. If every word I said could make you laugh, I'd talk forever. That is my favorite episode. Well, one of my favorite episodes. That song is trending again. And actually that song, I think, well, in the episode, he covered the song from the, how was I going to say the Beast Boys? Not Beast Boys, I was thinking Beastie Boys. The Beach Boys. Because he was a huge Beach Boys fan, and in real life, what's his name? You guys know who I'm talking about. Uncle Jesse, anyways. Well, that's not his real name in real life. He drums for the Beach Boys in real life. Oh, he has some... He got exposed for some things. Yeah. He got exposed. I don't know. He admitted that there was this girl that was interested in him. And, anyways, yeah, he had, like, he said this girl was interested in him. They were in a hotel, and as a joke, he switched with his friend. It was dark, she didn't know, and his friend slept with the girl and not him. And the girl didn't even know she was not sleeping with him. She was sleeping with his friend. I Wouldn't have missed this for the world. Wouldn't have missed loving you, girl. You make my whole life worthwhile with your smile. I wouldn't have changed one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. No, I wouldn't take a free house. I would take social media because, let me tell you something. Like, why would you ask that question? First of all, you could take a free house, but, yeah, no. Because then I would have to work a job, and I don't want to work a job, ever. What is wrong? You sound upset? I'm not upset. Do I sound upset? I just woke up not too long ago. I've been sleeping. Man, because I've been tired. It's been get up and go. I've been busy all day. Not today. Well, I had something I had to do today, but yeah, I was busy all yesterday. I've been up till like 2, 3 a.m. I have been having trouble going to sleep because I've been up. My brain runs. And so I'm like, bro. So I've been awake. Like last night, since I didn't really have anything to do today, I stayed up. And so now I'm catching up on some sleep. What's that other song? I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. Sit and talk about the weather, and the old women sit and talk about all men. Oh baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm not gonna stop singing. I'm gonna keep singing actually, cause since you said that. What's the other song? I said, Dave, I ain't as good as I once was. I've been here before a time or two. My brother used to play that song all the time in the car when we were driving everywhere. I said, Dave, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm good once than I ever was. My brother listened to everything too, even country. I love country. I am a good singer. I'm just kidding. How old are you though? 32? And what does 32 have to do with singing? Oh my god. What other country songs is there? How do I get through one night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be? Oh, I need you in my life, need you to hold. You're my world. So, if you ever leave, I'll just keep singing. Baby, you can take away everything. That's not acting like a child. Good in my life. And tell me now, how do I breathe without you? I want to know. How do I live without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I leave? Anyways, no 401k, no pension, no life insurance, and no job. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. My brother is proud of me, so yeah. Okay. Anyways. Why are you here? Yeah, why are you here? What's the other song that she sings? You can try to resist, try to... And I saw that movie too. I love that movie. Coyote Ugly. Or, is that what the movie's called? Yeah, I think so. And like, man, I need to go visit the bar. I need to go there. Where is it located? I forgot where it's located. I need to go. Ooh, excuse me. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. I do shower. Having a car is expensive. Gas is expensive. No, I can go live on TikTok. I just don't want to deal with it right now. Until I get a place and then set up, I want to buy. He's the greatest dancer. I want to buy. No, I don't have PCOS. I just answered. I didn't get banned from going live on TikTok. How are you going to make money if you're not making videos? Aren't you a part of the paid program? Yes. But I've been going live, and then I go live late, and then I go to sleep. So I gotta figure out when to post videos early. I didn't know it was considered PMOS. You don't need a place to go live, so why do you need it for TikTok? Because the reason why I need a place to go live is because with TikTok, I have to have it set up. Because every time I go live, first of all, I have a green screen, right? If I'm playing music, listening to music, all of that stuff, there's gonna be a white wall in the background. And plus, I need to figure out what to do on lives, because a lot of the time my live stream just gets taken down for bullying and harassment. I'm so sick and tired of being censored and silenced when it comes to TikTok. TikTok always takes down my live and says bullying and harassment, and then I'm not going to risk my live because I can't even, mind you, you know what is the crazy thing? No one knows that I have another account on TikTok, and it hasn't got taken down. Not only has it not got taken down, it's still up because I haven't posted any videos. You know what is crazy? I made a bunch of accounts and posted videos, and they got taken down for saying that I was under the age of 13. That literally makes no sense. Some moderator is preventing me from making a new live. And whatever moderator works for TikTok needs to be fired, because that is literally discrimination. I haven't even violated any rules. A lot of the videos that I posted on those pages were lip sync videos. They were videos inspired by other videos of people, when people post texts, I just remade other videos and posted them. And every time I made a new video, a new account, it got taken down. So I said, let me make a new account and see what's up. It's still up, by the way. There's no videos on it, of course. There's nothing, and it's still up. Wow, what a surprise. I don't get it. TikTok is so annoying. I just want a good place to go live, I will never I don't know why people go live on Kick. Kick, you could do and say whatever you want and literally get away with it. People was literally talking about rape and literally saying to rape a character or something. I don't even remember what it was. There was someone that said that they went live on Kick, or they were going live on Kick, so that's why I went there. And I didn't want to make an account because I hate going other apps, right? But I went over there, and there was like you know how they show the suggested lives? Well, I was looking at the suggested live and I was watching the comments, and man, they say whatever they want. It's the same as Twitch, except they get away with so much more. I don't understand how content creators get paid contractually to go live. Like, wasn't it Aiden Ross that got paid $1 million to go live on Kick? Like, first of all, let me tell you something, right? If you're paying creators to go live on your app, then why would I want to use your app? Like, you would want people to use your app and tell people that it's good instead of paying them to say it's good. Right? Kick is a carbon copy of Twitch, except you could say whatever you want on Kick and you don't get violated. You could do whatever you want on Kick and you don't get taken down like Twitch. If they were saying all of that on Twitch, they would have risked losing their accounts. That's not worrying about other people's pockets. Worrying about other people's pockets is talking about what they spend their money on. That's different. Paying somebody $1 million to go live on your app when people is struggling is weird, considering the fact that if a company is paying someone to use their app isn't good. That's not good promotion. I get it that people pay for promotion, but Aiden Ross is horrible. Like, I don't even know why he's still popular. He's a Trump supporter. He bought Trump a Cybertruck with his face on it, I think. He's been accused of multiple things. That's like Adrian Broner. Oh my god, I hate Adrian Broner. He's a gigantic creep. He's a horn dog. He's gross. He's disgusting. He's nasty. He's etc. He literally tries to get with every girl at these parties he's at. I don't know why these people keep hanging around him. Like, why? And I believe it's Kai Cenat's people. Why do you keep bringing Adrian Broner around you? I didn't lie on anyone. I didn't lie on her. She's not talking to me. Why would I lie on her? Hold on. Yeah. Why are you mentioning those people? Because the thing that bothers me is it's so hypocritical how people want to talk about predators, but then they allow people to be successful. Adrian Broner, like, literally slams alcohol like it's nothing. And is killing his liver, by the way. Drinking himself away. Partying like he's one of those young people he hangs out with. And he's a weirdo, but he still makes money. This dude is like, I don't know why some of these women want to sleep with men like that. And then these be the same women that be like, men don't value women anymore. But do you even value yourself? You have a low self-esteem and low values. Like, you need to get up from the floor, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and give yourself some value. You are way more than what you walk around carrying yourself as, right? They don't carry themselves well because they have low value. You're sleeping with a man that is known to prey on women. He doesn't leave women alone. He'll go up to women and try to kiss them and don't even ask. Like, he'll just kiss them. That's creepy. Like, he's done that multiple times where he's tried to force himself on women and they just say no, and then they have to tell someone else, and all those men are standing there watching him do it. They say don't do that, but then they invite him to these parties. Stop inviting him to these parties. Stop hanging out with him. Whether or not you want to look good for telling him to leave the women alone, why do you hang out with someone like that? If I was hanging out with someone like that, I would cut them off as a friend, because why? Like, why are you letting this man continuously do that? And it's so crazy because people like that are famous, and then you wonder why. Now, I've been hearing the whole situation about Wendy Ortiz, and the only thing I want to say is that I don't know how I feel about the whole situation. Because for me, if she feels the way that she feels about Hispanic people not supporting her, then she has a right to feel how she feels, right? And I get why people are mad, because she says nobody wanted her to be famous, and I don't know what it was, but basically bashing the Hispanic community. To be honest with you, if she feels that way, I'm not going to tell her how to feel. If you're mad and you want to say, oh, well, we made you famous, but I've seen a lot of tearing her down. I've seen a lot of, you don't take care of your kid. You're always going out partying while your family has your kid the whole time. First of all, you don't have family that would literally take your kid and watch your kid while you go do stuff. That's what it is. And a lot of you guys don't have a close-knit family. So you're mad that her family cares a lot about her and you don't have that. It's a jealousy thing. That's the only reason why you say that. You don't know if she's taking care of her kid or not. Because, yeah, it does look like her family has her kid the whole time. But why is it your concern? That's not your concern. Yes, there's a lot of things. Here's the thing. People are more mad at the fact that she said that y'all, the Hispanic community, don't support her than her posting about ICE. That's so crazy. You're worried about the wrong things. A lot of these Hispanic creators, a lot of these Mexican creators, a lot of these creators don't even talk about ICE. I've been talking about ICE. I'm Hispanic. That literally would affect my family. If one of my family members got mistaken for not being a U.S. citizen and they send them somewhere and they're a U.S. citizen, that's insane. Like, and then for people to say that these issues don't affect me, they do. I'm black and Hispanic. That affects me. ICE affects me more than people know, especially because if my family members on my dad's side, they could get picked up by ICE. Because black people are being detained as well. First of all, that's not your quote. I've been saying that for a long time. I've been saying you're worried about the wrong thing, so try again. You can't own something that is basic. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like, a lot of these Hispanic creators, man, Hispanic people are, well, Hispanic and Mexican people, like Latinos, they are well off. Like, I knew kids at my school that, man, they drove Hummers, their family owned multiple houses. Man, I never got to have a quinceañera because I didn't have no money. My family was broke, and my mom always wanted to throw one, but we didn't have no money. I was like, it's okay, we can't afford it. It was what it was. I mean, talking about having multiple houses, I'm like, what does your family do? Like, I know a lot of them they own landscaping businesses. At my school, that's what some of their family owned, was landscaping businesses. Who said I love America? I never said I loved America. They own businesses. A lot of them do. A lot of Hispanic, a lot of Latinas, they own businesses, boutiques. They own landscaping businesses. Trust me, I know. They are very rich. Some of them. Why would my grandma beat me? Actually, my grandma loved me, so my abuela would not beat me. I didn't give my grandma no reason to hate me. My grandma didn't take shit from anyone, so, you know, you literally can't read, can you? I'm reading right now. You literally typed that in Spanish, like, as if I don't understand some Spanish. Funny. You think you're cute. This is not actually a Hello Kitty Stanley. I got this for free from Temu. Puta means bitch, doesn't it? Like, hello. I don't know. People just... It was just so funny to me, too, because, like, to a certain extent, I understand, because girls in middle school, they would literally just stand behind me and talk about me in Spanish, and I'm like, I know what you're doing. Like, it's not that hard. It's obvious. Like, I don't understand why, like, I understand a little bit. Like, I could probably communicate a little bit. I can't communicate in Spanish, but sometimes if I hear certain words, I'm like, oh, so yeah, you know. But it's a little difficult. I never had to speak Spanish because my family speaks both Spanish and English, so I never had to learn that. My grandpa, when he came here, he didn't speak English. He spoke Spanish. He was a train hopper. He used to hop trains with his friend, and one time he saw his friend get sucked under a train. But yeah, he used to hop trains, and one of the trains he hopped had military weapons in it. And they asked him what he was doing because they thought he was a spy. But, you know, he can't communicate. He speaks Spanish. My grandma and grandpa used to sing Spanish in the church. Like, my mom went to Catholic school when she was little. Yeah, my family, like, yeah. But anyways. My grandma's family, my mom's side, they speak Spanish and English, but since I took Spanish class in high school because I had to. I didn't have a choice. It was either that class or French. I wanted to take French, but my dad was like, French is too hard, because he took French in college. I don't even know. But that's one of the first languages. Well, I know some Spanish, but that's one of the first language I want to learn is like French. Then Korean, but I do want to learn French. And so in high school, I wanted to take it, and he's like, no, take Spanish class because you need to know Spanish. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I had to take it because he said French was going to be hard. So yeah. Dia de los Muertos. I don't know if my family celebrates that because I don't really, yeah, I'm close to my mom's side of the family, but you know, a lot of people, they've been like, my grandma doesn't even have any brothers anymore except for one brother, one sister. They all died around the same time she did. One died a really, really long time ago. I remember him, Uncle Leo. And then her brother died in an accident right after, like, not long after my grandmother died, he died. Like, and I think another brother too. Claudino. That's was her brother. Anyways, yeah. What was really weird that day, which I still have that photo, the day that he died, or yeah, there was like the sun had made a cross, and I took a picture, and I didn't even know until after I had taken the picture that he had passed away. I was like, oh. But anyways, yeah, they probably do, but I've never celebrated when I was younger because, yeah, we never did Dia de los Muertos. I thought about it because, you know, my brother and other loved ones, my uncle, my grandpa, you know, people that I've been close to, my grandma's sister's husband. So, yeah. Hey. Because my grandma's sister's husband committed. He unalived himself. And she went to go save him, but the paramedics held her back because she works in the hospital and she could have revived him. And they didn't let her, and he passed away. And I was sad. Because I was little at the time. He always told us because they had a house in the mountains. And we stayed there one time. There was a reason why we stayed there. And they had horses. We would go to the chicken coop, get the eggs, all that stuff for like breakfast. And he would always say, when it snows in the mountains, you can come visit, and then the horses will pull you on a sled. And I always thought that would be so cool, but then he ended up passing away. He didn't, yeah. He passed away. He took his life. I don't know what happened to that picture. I think my dad still has that picture. It might be in storage. But there's a picture of me and him because his name was Smokey. And there's a picture of me and him sitting there, like, feeding the horses because we were giving them carrots. Oh, man. I messed up. I always thought growing up, well, not growing up, but, like, recently, I was like, bruh, I want to have a farm with animals. I don't know why. It's just the thing. I guess that's New Mexico for you, because we have a lot of farms. So, yeah. I'm not telling information. Yeah, his name was Smokey. You know how, like, in the movie Selena, where she's like, I want to have a farm, I want to have animals. It was like, like, that's me. That is me to a T. I'm just kidding. But no, I think it would be cool. Like, I don't know. One of the horses, it was a big black horse, was named Tonka. And I forget what the other one was named. But, yeah. I got to ride a horse. It was cool. Their house was a nice house. They were living large. Man, I wish I lived like that. I'm not trying to be like her. I just thought, like, in the movie when she said she wanted to farm animals, I was like, that was me. Like, because, you know, I don't know. But then it would be hard to run a farm. Because you gotta get up early. Which I wouldn't mind. You gotta get up at 6. And then you gotta feed your animals. You gotta... Farm life is... Farm living is the life for me. Keep manhunt, just keep that countries. Do. What is that one song? It's in Son-in-Law when he's driving the tractor. Thank God I'm a country boy. That one song. But anyways, yeah, my dad was working with someone, he owned a farm. He made his own steaks. So he offered my dad, he said, that he would give my dad steaks, and my dad was like, sure. His grandma's built, not his grandma, his mom is buried on his property. I think there's something to it, the reason why they bury their family members on property. I forget why. Like, the government can't something, I don't remember, but anyways, he showed us his mom was buried on his property because my dad met his mom, so yeah, before she passed away. And then it was cool because he makes his own steaks, and he was gonna give us some steaks. It was in Moriarty, I think. I remember. After summer school, he said, "You want to go to Moriarty with me?" I was like, "Sure." So we drove there, and we met this guy. I'm like, that's cool. Fresh steaks sound so good. Just like, imagine having you're making your own steaks and having fresh steaks whenever you want. I'm sorry, I laughed because I thought, I don't have alopecia. I thought of that girl that's that looked at the cow when she walked up, you know. I don't know if it was like a petting zoo or something, but she was at a place, and the little girl walked by to the cow and she points, burger. And then the mom said, don't call it a burger. Fries with that. She said, don't call that cow a burger. And then she said, fries with that. She just literally looked at the cow and called it a burger. I was like, poor cow was just chilling, and all of a sudden this little girl comes up and calls it a burger. I'm sorry, it's hard. Okay, like, I get the vegan people, right? But I love meat. But then again, I saw this, what was it, Super Size? No, is this Super? No, Food Inc. Look at Food Inc. You should watch the documentary Food Inc. Like, Tyson Chicken, really, they abuse their chickens. Tyson Chicken is horrible. It's hard when I see stuff like that. Like, I'm like, oh, you know, because it's just like the way they torture animals is, yeah. But I love meat. You know what I mean? Like, I saw that, and you would think after seeing that you wouldn't want to eat meat. They hang the pigs upside down, trigger warning, and then they slice their neck, and then the blood just like drips down. And then Tyson Chicken, their chickens are in cages, so they have all these mashed chickens. They overfeed them so much that they can't even stand up. The chickens can barely stand up. And then a lot of them die because they can't even move around. And then the pesticides or ammonias or something that they use, I think it's pesticides. One lady got so immune to that, like, she got sick. She ended up getting immune or something. It's just crazy that now she can't, I don't know what it is, but anyways, you know, it's Food Inc. And we watched that in school, and I was just like, what? Like, Tyson Chicken, that's what they do to plump their chickens. They overfeed them. And, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, that cartoon of chickens. It's little chickens. They go through a machine and they come out as chicken nuggets, like the McDonald's chicken nuggets. But, well, it's not McDonald's chicken nuggets, because there's like a video of McDonald's chicken nuggets that it looks like pink sludge, like gum. It looks like pink gum. It's just gross. Preservatives, that's, well, I don't know. It's not preservatives. It's the stuff that they spray, which is like pesticides. They spray that. And like, she got sick, but she got immune to it. I don't know. It's like in medications, I think, I'm not sure. She can't take that medication because it doesn't work for her anymore because she became so immune. Or I don't remember, something like that. But anyways, it's in Food Inc. If you watch that, watch Food Inc. because that'll, yeah. And I thought I wouldn't eat meat anymore, but I still do. And that's crazy. Best food is still Tyson chicken. Is all Tyson chicken. Tyson chicken is the largest food distributor in the world. Mind you, think about it. Use your brain and think. What is the meat that they're producing? How is it that they can still produce all this meat, but there is not enough cattle in the world to produce all this meat? So what type of meat are they selling you in the store? This was like something that came up because there is no way that we still have all of this meat, but there is not enough animals in the world to make all this meat. So, yeah, there's something to think about. And plus, there was a law that's passed in restaurants. They don't have to tell you if they're serving generated meat. So you could think you're eating real steak, but you're eating generated steak. Lab generated steak. They found a way to create, genetically make steak. And yeah, it's like if you 3D printed steak, but except, that's what like generated is. But basically, they don't, like, restaurants don't have to tell you if they're selling that or not. You go. Like I already explained. Well, you wouldn't know if you're eating lab-generated meat, so... If I knew, I wouldn't eat it. You eat what you don't know. What did I do that actually matters in the long run? Well, what I did that actually matters in the long run is my housing. That matters in the long run because I need housing. Like, why do you ask questions that, like, instead of minding your own business? Exactly, Mom. Tell them. If people didn't care, why are they here like clockwork every day? Like, you say you don't care. A live stream is to talk. A live stream is not to sit here and stare at the phone. Like, some of you all need to literally... Like, some of y'all really need serious help. Like, you need to go somewhere. Like Grazy saying that I'm not going to get housing. How would you know? I'm waiting on housing. What do you mean I'm not going to get housing? Like, some of you guys are negative. You just need to go be negative Nancy somewhere else. Like, bruh. First of all, if you're joining somebody's live stream to laugh at them, then you need to leave, because why would you waste your life laughing at someone? I would rather be traveling the world, laying on a beach somewhere, than laughing at somebody. Do you know, like, I would like to go see the Eiffel Tower. I want to go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, okay? I want to go to the Louvre and see the Mona Lisa. I wouldn't be wanting to sit here and plus I can't because I'm afraid of flying. Man, that really sucks. But, I want to go see the Great Wall of China. Like, I would rather go travel the world than to be sitting here laughing at someone while I'm broke. How you gonna laugh when you broke? And you talking and telling someone to get a job, like I'm supposed to follow society's rules. Society wants you to get a job so you can live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I want to be financially stable so I can tell the people that I hang out with, get up, let's go. We're going to go take a trip. I'll pay for it. Let's go. That's what I want to do. I want to take my mom to places. I want to travel. I want to go to enjoy life. I don't want to be stuck paycheck to paycheck and then have to have to be like, oh, can I get time off to go on vacation? And you only get so many time off to go on vacation. You know, I don't want to have to answer to a boss and be like, oh, I can't hang out with you today, I'm working. Like, no, I want to be financially stable and successful. I wouldn't be sitting here laughing while I'm broke, being a nobody. Like, you just prove every single day of your life you got no life. And you literally tell people that in the open. Oh, we're just here laughing at you. You know, when I don't like somebody, I block them. I don't go to their live streams. I don't talk trash about them. I don't laugh at them. I don't stalk them. I don't harass them. I move on with my life. I got one life to live. What did Drake say? YOLO. You only live once. That's the motto. Seriously. And you only live up to 100 if you're lucky. What did Fight for Fighting say? When you only got 100 years to live as time goes by. 17, oh why? Or 77, oh wow, the sun is getting high. We're moving on. I'm 33 for a moment. Or I'm 15 for a moment. Caught in between 10 and 20, and I'm just dreaming, finding the ways to where you are. But anyways, you know, it's like that song reminded me, because when I heard that song, mind you, I saw how fast time flies. I don't got time with people. That's the scary part. That's why I'm trying to be stable. I want to hang out with with whatever friends I have. I want to spend time with my mom. These people are getting old. They don't have, we are not going to live forever. And when that time comes, when they go, that is really going to hurt, because it's like, I want to enjoy life with them. I want them to enjoy life and not have to worry about issues or problems or be in survival mode all the time like I am, right? I want my mom to be able to enjoy life. We go to car meets and all of this stuff, and be able to drive, like go to the hangout spots at night where you go and then you look and there's all the lights of Albuquerque, like things like that, you know. I just want to enjoy life. We do not have a long life to live. I am so thankful that I got to take my brother to Comic-Con, because if I never took him to Comic-Con, I would have been beating myself up, because we didn't even get to spend one last time because he's not here. Life is short. You never know how long you have to live. And I know some people don't like the subject, because I really hate the subject of death. Death is very scary to me. Once you go, your lights are out. It's black. You're gone forever. You don't live a long life. Not even the richest person in the world could pay to live. There's this guy spending millions upon millions of dollars in scientific studies to live forever. I don't even think that's physically possible. I'm not even going to say some things. But yeah, you know what I mean? To an extent. I do not want to be tied to a job where I can't go and do things, you know. It's a lot that stems from my past. When my friend died on my birthday, it was horrible. You know, I didn't really get to hang out with her. I became a hermit. I stayed home. She wanted me to call her. I didn't call her. And then she died. It wasn't because I didn't call her. It's because I lost her number, like I said. And then I found it after she died. Go figures. Whatever the case may be. But I wanted to become successful because I wanted to help her. And, you know, when we had a place, I did want to, you know, financially help her, because she's helped me so much when she was alive. Like, she knew where to go, you know. She understood my situation, because, like, she had bipolar too. My dad had bipolar. But, you know, she understood my whole situation with my dad. She was like, man, she did so much. And it really sucks because I do really miss her a lot. Everybody knew her. Like, everyone. We would, like, be out and crazy, you know. She'd be talking to people. People knew her. Because, I think it's one of the car wash that was in Breaking Bad, I think it is, that's here. I know the ladies that own that car wash because, they're sisters. Their brother is named Suicide. That was the guy I posted that is going viral on Instagram. There's some crazy stories about him. He's like a homeless guy. That's what he's called because, yeah, he did attempt. Supposedly, he's the one that jumped off of the I-40. Like, his sister's, like, hearing stories of him, he's crazy. He's crazy. But he's a nice guy. I've met him. Like, he jumped off of I-40 and landed in a bush because he tried to unalive himself. He went to court one time, and I think he was talking to me and my friend, and I think he's the one that said, or his sisters, he went to court and swallowed razor blades, like, right in front of the judge. I was like, what? That's crazy. But anyways, he's a crazy dude, like, and his family comes from money. Because the sisters, which I don't understand, like, at the time that I had knew them, they were fighting over the car wash because they wanted the money. I was like, that's selfish. Your brother is homeless. You don't even help him, and all you care about is the money. Like, yeah. My friend has stories. She knew a lot of people. She's like one of those, like, and it's crazy because one person that I've met kind of reminds me of her, and it's just like crazy. And her brother was a skinhead, and she said that she didn't identify or associate with him because, yeah, he's a KKK. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember a lot because I used to go swimming with her all the time. Like, she loves swimming. She would have, like, she's the type of person that had pizza, snacks. She would have everything packed. She always used to push around a stroller, and she would have all of you need like allergy medicine here, you know, or like she came prepared. She was always prepared with stuff, especially swimming, because you had to have all the snacks. So we used to go swim by where she lived, because she lived by the zoo. She used to live by the zoo. And her daughter had this service rat, which was really cool. Yeah, rats are very smart. They're very smart. But, yeah. When I house sat, I had to feed her rat. Yeah. So. I just miss her a lot. She was cool. Wow, my mom and my brother got mad because, okay, so my brother became friends with her. Then she became close friends with me, and my brother was like, she was my friend first, and I don't know why they made a big deal and said that I stole her as a friend, which I didn't. We just became close friends, and she, you know, she looked out for me. She made sure I was safe, you know, reminds me of someone else. But yeah, like, there was one time, and I told you that day was weird. So, I met with her and her mom, and we went up to the Home Depot. So we go to Home Depot. She said, wait here. So we waited across the street because she didn't want to have to take her mom all the way to Home Depot because she was in a walker. So we waited at the bus stop, and then she was going to meet us and then get on the bus and go. This guy's drinking straight up vodka. Just like, you know, all of a sudden him and his girl get into it, and he has this huge survival knife or whatever. like, I don't know how but she was able to snatch it from him because it was like clipped to his side. So she snatched it from him, and she's like, I'm gonna cut you with this. And I'm like, oh no, this is getting serious. So I had to move her mom, and I called my friend, and I'm like, this lady is fighting with her guy right now, and she's about to stab him. And I was like, I had to move. She goes, did you move my mom? And I was like, yeah. We walked away from the bus stop, but she's like, all right, I'll be there. So then she comes across the street, and basically she notified the bus driver, because I guess the guy walked away or the girl walked away. One of them got on the bus and one of them walked away, and the bus driver had to call in and let them know, because, you know, safety reasons. So then we get off the bus, and this guy that's, you could tell he's on drugs, something, points towards us and is like, you owe me $10. And we're looking at each other like, who is this dude? And my friend's mom's like, I don't know him. And then my friend said, I don't know him. And I'm like, I don't know him either. And he was pointing to me. So he pointed to me and it's like, you owe me $10. And I was like, what? Then she noticed he had a knife, and she stood right in front of me. She got right in front of me, and I was like, well, why is she standing in front of me? Why is she, like, protecting me? This guy's just saying I owe him $10. And then that's what she told security, because she saw the security at the bus station. She's like, he has a knife. And the security is just standing there like this with his arms crossed, not doing anything. And I know the security. I've seen him. He's like, he knows me. Like, yeah. We've had a few interactions. He's, like, talked, because, you know, a lot of them knew my friend, like, cause she took the bus a lot. She didn't drive. Well, because she had a DUI, but anyways. Well, not necessarily. She could drive, but she didn't. She had a van, but it was hoarders. It was filled to the top. But, yeah, I'm sure if she had a car, she probably would have drove, but, yeah, she took the bus everywhere. But anyways, she stood in front of me, and I didn't realize why until she had told the security he had a knife. So then the guy starts getting worse, and then he starts getting to the point where he's so unruly, they chased him off. They're like, you need to go. And then the security guard was like, oh, now I see it. And I was like, I could have got stabbed, but I didn't even know why she stood in front of me. And then that's when I realized the guy had pulled out a knife, and yeah. A lot of, like, man, when we would take the bus, these guys would, yeah. She didn't play like that, especially if they were being weird and creepy. Yeah, not around her. She didn't take nothing. Like, yeah. They would, yeah. They wouldn't try that. One time we got into it with an ex-cop, man, and I told him, go eat some bacon or something like that. Go get your donuts. Like, I went off on him, and he was being racist or something. He said something, and I was on the bus, and I ripped him a new one. So everyone started laughing because they were, yeah, they cracked up, because I was like, he was. And my friend has seen some stuff, like at the bus station. This one girl, she said it was a black woman. They grabbed her by the hair, she said, the security, and they were swinging her around for no reason. I guess something happened, and a guy got into a fight, and then a fight broke out, and I guess somehow, I don't know how that lady got involved, but basically, they started swinging her by her hair. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff. Like, yeah, my friend was cool. She had some cool stories. She was interesting. Yeah, she was, yeah, just acting tough. No, my friend was tough. Nobody mess with her, man. You better not mess with her, because you'll really get it. I'm just saying, she's a take no crap. Like, my friend was yeah. But her son had bipolar, and yeah. And he's a big dude. well, in stature, he's tall, but you know, he has, because he has a lot of weight. And I remember one time, her mom lived downtown, and there was a situation. I was in the house, and I don't remember what happened. He snapped. Like, he had a manic episode. He snapped. He went crazy. They had, like, the BB gun things. He threw that on the floor. I was, like, in the apartment, and I got stuck for a while. Then she calls me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then finally I was able to get out. But I wasn't even, like, because, you know, I'm used to that sometimes because my dad's bipolar. I don't even remember what made him snap. But, and the thing was, it's like, you know, it's crazy. No, I'm not friends with them. But it was just crazy because I remember I haven't even seen her son in a long time. I hope he's okay because he was in the streets. Because she called me and she's like, "Can he stay with you guys?" And I'm like, "No." I was like, that would not be a good idea. Like, I was like, "No, I can't. I'm sorry." I really wanted to, but yeah, no, that would have been a huge problem. A cool lady she was. I used to like to go with her places because we would just go run errands and pay her bills. And then her and her baked potato. She would always get that baked potato with bacon at Wendy's. So, yeah. Oh, you have the same cup? Cool. So, yeah, I get sad because, you know, I'm reminded sometimes of her. You know, I ran into some people that we used to hang out, because she had, well, those people, I don't know how she met those people, but one of the guys, yeah, he was like a juggalo. You know, juggalos, they're into like ICP or whatever. He's crazy. And this other guy, Mitch. One time, me and her, we saw Mitch, right? He was a heavyset dude, big dude, too tall, heavyset. And in a month, he was skinny. And I'm talking like, I don't even know. There is no way you lose 300 pounds that fast. So we kind of, and he didn't have no, like, I know cancer and things like that. He didn't have that. We knew he started doing drugs. My friend was like, "He's on drugs." And I'm like, "Yeah, because he lost a lot of weight." It was like one day we saw him. The next day he was super skinny. You could just tell. But yeah. I just used to, like, and then I stopped going out. I became a hermit because, you know. She died of natural causes. She died in her sleep. And it's crazy because she died on my birthday. Oh, wow. No, so when I went live for her memorial service, when I was on Zoom, I left. The Zoom was at the apartment. So when I went to her service, my computer was on at home. I had it plugged in and I had it muted, and I was still in the Zoom, but I went to her service. So I didn't so when you say, "Oh, you was on Zoom at her service," no. Like, I didn't take anything with me except my phone. She had a nice service. Yeah, she was really cool. I I just... Yeah. I don't know, it's just, when she died, my grandma had died, right? I don't have any grandparents, because my grandma's died around the same time. So, my grandma died, and then after that, I think my dad's mom died, and then my friend died, and I had got a message that when her mom died, before she died, her mom died, a lot of people was dying young. Her family, except her mom died in her 80s, but yeah, her family dies young, which is very scary. Because I'm like, that sounds like something that runs in the family. And it's not even from anything, they just die young. And she was like 53 when she died, I think. Yeah, 53. I always think about it because I'm like, her and my other friend would get along. Oh man, that would be funny if they actually knew each other, but I don't think so. But anyways, she would really get along. She used to go to the caravan when it was still around. If you know what the caravan is, she used to go there all the time. She would talk about it. Anyways, because she would go to the club. She didn't go to the clubs now. She's not a party person by no means. She never drank. Yeah, she just smoked. That was her thing. But yeah, her mom. So when I had spent the night at her daughter's house, because she was watching the house while they went on vacation. When they came back, or no, one of the nights they came back, I was like spending the night. So his mother-in-law came from the hospital. And I had met her or whatever, and then she passed away, and they were raising money for her. After that, then my friend's ex died. One of her daughter's dads died. Then we raised money for him. Then her uncle died, and I was like, what? She had gotten this trailer. She won a fully furnished trailer. She gave it to him because she could no longer afford it because it ran on propane. And, like, the trailer, the trailer ran on propane and she could no longer afford it. So, yeah, that's what happened. She could no longer afford it and she gave it to him. And I know where the trailer was located, but anyways. Then he had passed away, then her mom died, and that was horrible. I couldn't process for, like, 2 weeks. I was, like, so upset for, like, 2 weeks. You know, that really hurt. And then, when she died, man, that was hard. That's around the time that both my grandmas had died. I couldn't even process. That really sucked because, you know, here I was trying to be... I wasn't trying to be social media famous. I was trying to be financially stable so I could at least, you know, help her because she did a lot for me and my family. She was funny and cracked a lot of jokes. I remember. Okay, so she had partials. Like, she had 2 partial teeth, which are fake teeth that you just pop in and pop out. Like, I didn't know. She had told me. She's like, yeah, these aren't real teeth. These are fake. What happened was that she went to a party one night and she rejected this guy. And he didn't like the fact that he got rejected. So, as she was leaving the party, he shoved her down the stairs. And she went tumbling down the stairs. and both her teeth got knocked out, so that's why she had partials. And she said, I love it. She goes, I love to scare the kids because they would be like, what? See her pull her teeth out. It's crazy. And one time I cracked a joke with her because I crack jokes like that because, you know, my brother is one of those people that makes, you know, the inappropriate jokes. So I cracked a joke one time and I told her, it's okay. People love it when you have no teeth. Or they love it when you have no teeth, you know. If you know, you know what I was saying. She was like, shut up. Because I told her, I said, they love it when you have no teeth. Oh, I remember that. That was funny. Well. No, I'm not trying. My nose is like super itchy. You know, gummit. Okay, gummit. Do I have to explain? Like, bro. Like, if you have no teeth, like, hey, like, you don't have to, like, it's like, I don't know. I like, explaining that joke just literally killed the joke. Seriously. It's a sexual joke. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Gum it. Just gum it. That's what I meant. Because I was being funny and then she was like, shut up. And I was like, well, hey, they like it. It's like, just pop your teeth out. You're ready to go. I'm just kidding. People don't say that. What are you talking about? Certain demographics of people. Now you made it about race when it wasn't even about race. And people don't say that about certain demographics of people. What are you talking about? People wear dentures all the time. Dentures have nothing to do with race. Plus, it wasn't dentures, it was partials. Because her teeth got knocked out. It's just a sexual joke. Why do you have to make it way more than what it is? It's just a joke. Jesus Christ. It had nothing to do with a demographic. I think she might have been Hispanic, but yeah. I don't know. Like, I was just being funny. There was no thought behind that. I was just, hello. And I didn't make sexual jokes all the time. I just said that because I was like, it just popped into my head. So I was like, bam. Okay. I blocked those accounts that make AI videos. They're weird. Well, I make people laugh. Whether you laughed or not, I'm not telling you the jokes so you can laugh at. They laugh. I make people laugh, so. Who cares if they're still there? There's nothing I could do about it except just block them. You know, I'm not friends with Wendy Ortiz. I just know of her because I've seen her content. I didn't get anyone arrested. Like, what? Yeah, because it's about me and because they're making money. You keep saying that. I didn't get anyone arrested. Wow, someone used the N-word with the Harley. I'm trying to block them. Where'd they go? I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Wouldn't have missed loving you. Uh-oh. What happened? Hold on. Wouldn't have changed one night. Hold on, guys. Uh-oh. Hold on. We are back. Sorry about that. But anyways, like I said, I don't remember what it was I was talking about. I was trying to block that person, but I couldn't find them. So, hey. But yeah. Anyways. Hey. Why are you laughing? You saw a white wall. I don't know who that is. That was there. But anyways, I'm back. Like, you saw a white wall. Like, you didn't see anything else. Beating the Christians? What do you mean about Christians? Oh no, don't end now. There we go. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know who that is. You keep asking. That's not my picture. Someone left it there, so I just left it. I just literally told you. I don't know why. That was just there. That's somebody else's picture. I don't even know that person. Like, why do you keep mentioning a lady I don't know? Like, you think that you're gonna find out where I'm at. You're not gonna find out where I'm at. Try again. Well, even if I was outside when the screen dropped, you still wouldn't have found out where I'm at, so try again. Like, some of y'all are weird. If I was at someone's house, you would know. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Wouldn't have missed loving. My blanket is not green. It's actually white, and it's Hello Kitty. It's white and red. I'm not encouraging people to find me. They've already tried to find me. What do you mean? People have been trying to find me ever since what happened with my brother. Like, let's not act like that's not a thing. People have literally found where I'm at. And one of the places, the reason why they found where I'm at, I allegedly think a worker doxed me. But I can't confirm. Well, I can, because I have some shred of evidence why the person doxed me. So, yeah. Who said that I think people can't find me? Why are you literally talking about people finding me? Are you guys condoning doxing? Because that's weird. Like, why would you want people to find me? Why are you literally condoning doxing? Well, I can't, because you know how I know? Okay, so my friends, right? Anyways, it was a whole thing. When she left, the worker came up to me. And I'm going to tell you what happened. So, she comes up to me, right? They're getting calls at this point. People are calling, you know, basically, I don't know. People started calling the shelter. Nobody knew where I was at. I didn't tell anyone. Nobody saw me. No, nothing, no anything. So I was like, how do people know? Sorry, I had to do something. So, what happened was is that she came up to me. She had mentioned about the doxing. Then she said, I think so-and-so doxed you, which was my friend. And I'm looking at her like, yeah, okay. So, I kind of agreed with her because I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, that's basically it. I want her to think that I agreed when I didn't, because I know for a fact my friend wouldn't dox me. I know she wouldn't do that. So for her to try to lie and say that, that's how I know it was her. Because first of all, nobody accused you, so why are you trying to blame someone of doxing, right? I didn't blame her of doxing me. So why was she trying to place blame? You told on yourself. When you're trying to blame someone of doxing, you've already told on yourself. She told on herself. Like, I'm not even gonna answer that question. But it has nothing to do with the friend, so I'm not answering any questions about the friend. I'm just talking about my situation and why I believe that worker doxed me. First of all, she knew me from social media, by the way. This girl knew me from social media. And she told me, she said, when I first went into the shelter, she recognized me from social media. Then she asked what I was doing there, and I told her, she goes, oh, I'm sorry for your loss about your brother, right? Then she falsely reported to one of the other workers there that I was going live, that I was filming on property when I wasn't. She walked by, she laughed at me, and I was like, what's funny? Like, why are you laughing? I didn't even do anything to you, but I think I know why. She was jealous. She wanted to be with someone that I was friends with, and it was a whole thing. Anyways, so then it just escalated from there. Like, she wanted me isolated, because then she comes up to me when everyone's gone and I have nobody there, and she's like, oh, if you need to come talk to me, you can come talk to me about anything. And I was like, I don't even want to, like, no. There was some stuff that had happened. So then I'm sitting there just chilling, minding my own business, and she comes up and starts talking to me because people are calling at that point. She brought up the doxing, and then she says, I think da-da-da-da-da doxed you. And I was like, what? Okay, so I was like, just agreeing. I was like, no. I know my friend wouldn't have doxed me. So, why are you blaming someone, right? I knew it was her, because who else had it have been? Why are you trying to place blame on who doxed? You don't even know who doxed me. First of all, you shouldn't even be accusing someone when you have no proof. So why are you accusing somebody? She knows the people try to find me. She knows that people don't like me. So it could have been anybody. For you to just place blame on someone? No, that's not okay. So that's how I know. That's why I say allegedly, because come on, just be truthfully honest to say you doxed me. We didn't trash a Motel 6 on Carlisle. What are you talking about? We didn't even stay on Motel 6 at Carlisle. The Motel 6 that we stayed at was the Motel 6 on the airport. That was the airport. And that one got torn down. The Motel 6 on Carlisle, we never stayed there. $262, that is not Motel 6. And we didn't trash that place either. That was Studio 6. Studio 6 and Motel 6 are two different things. So yeah. Why are you asking that? That's weird. I'm not gonna sit up. We didn't trash every place. We didn't leave the motel dirty. What are you talking about? Are you talking about in-town suites? Because you're confusing yourself. Studio 6 did not post that we left the room trashed. I don't know what you're talking about. We did not trash Studio 6. There was nothing posted. So I don't know why you're lying. In-town Suites was the one that posted, and the maid that posted it was causing problems. She got fired for talking about me. She went and said that she believed that I murdered my brother, and then she got fired. So let's really talk about that. She got fired. And the other maid caused problems. My brother was going to be nice enough to clean the room for them. What he left behind was stuff. Mind you, a lot of that stuff was stuff people sent from DoorDash. They sent a whole bunch of folders for no reason. They sent piles of rulers for no reason. They sent baby wipes. They sent skin bleaching kits. They sent male sex toys. They sent sex toys, by the way. Yeah, they sent vibrators and stuff from DoorDash to be hateful. Anyways, my mom kept it. My mom kept that stuff for proof. We showed that to the police, by the way. When we reported to the police, we showed them the stuff that they were sending. So, yeah, that's why we kept it. For evidence. So, anyways, we had an inspection, I think every week. I said every month, but I think it was weekly. Like, when the maid would come, they would inspect. That stuff that was left there was stuff that my brother left behind. He left behind some stuff that, that sucks. There's nothing I could do about it. But yeah, he left it behind. He said, stay here at the car. I'm going to go get the stuff, because the maid was already starting. He said, if she starts with me, I'm going to tell her off. Because there was two of them. Mind you, those were the ones that told us that we had to leave. First of all, you're a maid. What? I don't understand why a maid is telling people they have to leave. Like, do your job. Okay, you're getting blocked. You're not gonna say that about people. Is that the trans flag and you're talking about unaliving trans people? Not in my life. You're gonna get blocked. And you're gonna get blocked too. Because you know what you're doing. Anyways. So then what happened was that she was causing problems. She got fired. So yeah. Squid did not clean our apartment. So let's get that 100% correct. You said I should be able to keep the place clean. First of all, if we had an inspection every week, what does that tell you? If they inspected our room every week, does that not tell you that our room was clean? What are you talking about our room wasn't clean? First of all, they have no right to post a video after someone leaves and say this is how they left the room. She should have got fired for that. There's a lot of people that leave rooms a certain way. She did that on purpose because she knew what she was doing. First of all, her and her buddy was literally causing problems. My brother got what he could so he wouldn't have to deal with them and argue with them. Because why is he going to argue with them? So then he got mad and he literally was like, yeah. He got mad and he said, stay here. I didn't go with him when he went to clean the apartment, or the room. So he took the important stuff, which was important, and left the rest of the stuff because they were coming. His friends were coming to help him take the stuff to storage, so he only needed to get what he could. He said, if she starts anything with me, I'm going to tell her something. They're both maids, said that she was going to work with us to pay the rent. So my brother is going. He had asked someone if they would give him a ride. He went to the pawn shop. He's coming back with the money for the rent. And they tell us, the maid comes and says, well, you can't stay here. Being a maid and you're doing a job that's not yours, okay, whatever. I don't know. That lady was willing to work with us. Politics aside, because she was a Trump supporter, and I don't know if because she sees my social media. Like, she's seen my social media. She was really nice. She was the only one out of the people there that really wanted to work with me and my family. And my brother went to go get the rent money. It was my Meta glasses that I had gotten that he went to go pawn. He went to go pawn some stuff because yeah. So yeah. So my stuff went to get pawned for the rent money, which it was fine. And then, we were able to pay the rent. But, like I said, that happened. And that's why the room was the way it was. Thank you. Okay, hey guys, we're back. Sorry. So, I'm gonna answer this question because, people are because someone said it and I'm gonna say it. So, the whole thing with the Meta glasses were free. Saying, why did I have Meta glasses? They were free. So, I had gotten this Wi-Fi box. So, I had good internet to go live. And the Wi-Fi box was only like $20 or whatever the case is. It wasn't even that expensive for a Wi-Fi box. So I get this Wi-Fi box, and with the Wi-Fi box, it says free Meta glasses. They were like, oh, the guy told me when I was signing up, you get free Meta glasses. And I was like, okay, cool. I go to the website, and I'm like, oh, my brother's like, I want the Meta glasses. You don't even go out anywhere. And I'm like, no, I want them. They're mine. So then I said, let me see if I can add more than one. I added 2 glasses, and I was able to add 2 glasses. So I said, let me add 3 so I can get Meta glasses for my mom. I went and added, I'm not lesbian, I'm bi, so there's a difference. So anyways, I went and added 3, and I was like, I'll just get 2, so I just got 2 Meta glasses. And I didn't pay nothing for them, they were free. It's 11:09. But yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, I want a free Apple Watch. If you go to my, if you're on my Instagram page, you'll see they commented. I ended up selling that for a cell phone because I couldn't use it. I didn't have an Apple iPhone, and I really needed a phone. So, yeah, that sucks. I wanted it too. I was trying to use it, but with Apple products, you can't use like Apple products on other phones, so I couldn't use it. And so yeah. No, I don't have Meta glasses. They were in the pawn shop. I lost my Meta glasses. My brother pawned them, and then we had that carjacking, and now I don't have my glasses. I don't even have his glasses because he pawned them, so they're gone. This is a Hello Kitty blanket. Anyways, so what happened is that they commented because it says if you make a keyboard, it's like one of those where you have a special keyboard, and then like you can use it when you type, and you can make like a BTS keyboard or any special type of keyboard. And I had made a keyboard, and they liked it, and they were like, you won. And I never really win anything. Mind you, I was having a bunch of luck that time because I was on Influencer. It's an app called Influencer. When you make a bunch of reviews, they send you free items. So I got picked for a V-Box, which I was like, what the heck? They sent me some free makeup. I won that, and something else had happened. That's why I said I had a stroke of luck that time. But they were like, you won. We're going to DM you. And they said I won an Apple Watch. And I was like, what? I never win anything. Brand new Apple Watch, and I ended up winning it. Yeah. Mind you, the guy that I sold it to was being really sketch. So, I don't even know what happened. I couldn't even look for a phone because I had to wait. So, this guy, he bought the watch. Then he went to go try to activate it. He said he couldn't activate it because it was locked. I don't know, something. Then he comes back. He's like, well, can I have my money back? And I was like, yeah, sure. I gave him the money back. Then he says, no, I'll buy it. And so he got it. He came back for the watch. Then he leaves. Then he says, oh, well, I can't. There's something wrong with it. You need to figure it out. Can you figure it out? Can I have my money back? I was like, okay, whatever. So I gave him the money back. And then He comes back and he says he wants to buy it again. He says, I'll just take the watch. And I said, okay, if you want to take the watch, take it. But I'm not going to keep selling you the watch and then you come back for your money. Then thankfully, he didn't come back for the money. I was like, I'm not doing that because, yeah. I needed a phone and I couldn't use it. I didn't have an iPhone. So, yeah. And I had ran into someone weird on there. Be careful who you meet, because it wasn't OfferUp. What was it? It was another app that was like OfferUp, but it was called something else. And it was a red app. It wasn't OfferUp. It merged with OfferUp, but it used to be another app. I forget what it was called. But it ended up merging with OfferUp. Not face value. I think it was with a F. I'm trying to remember. I'm not itching. I'm not even scratching. But anyways, what happened was that that happened. And I was messaging someone, Let Go. Yeah, that's what it was, Let Go. There's OfferUp and then there was Let Go. So, I had messaged him, this guy, for a phone. I was trying to get an iPhone. And he had messaged me. Then he says, I'll give you the phone if you have sex with me. And I was like, what is this? I was like, what the heck? Because I had shoes that I was selling on there. I had those black, pink, and it had like the yellow swoosh Nikes, because when I wear them, they hurt my feet. I got them at the flea market, and I was sad because I really liked those shoes. I really wanted to wear them. So anyways, he was like, he was going to trade me for the shoes. He was like, well, I'll trade you the phone for the shoes. And I was like, really? Because it's not that far off that people trade all the time. So he went to trade me, or he was. Then he said, nah, he goes, something about giving him a BJ, like going down on him or something. And I was like, I don't do that. I'm sorry, I said. And then he was like, ha, you thought I was gonna trade you the shoes for the phone? You're stupid. He got mad because I wouldn't give him sex. I'm like, first of all, I'm not gonna go have sex with you. I don't even know you. And then you're just gonna not give me the phone. Something could have happened. Like, I don't know you. I'm contacting you for an iPhone. I'm not, like, that's why you gotta be careful on those apps, because someone else too. And I'm like, nah, I have to meet with you in public, because anytime I go for an item, like, I'm meeting you in public where there's people. They got mad because I wanted to meet them in public. I'm like, well, what the heck? Like, why would I not meet with you in public? Well, he wasn't. You're right. He wasn't going to give me a phone in exchange for sex. I'm not stupid. Hold on. Okay. It did, because it was in messages, but Let Go is sadly gone. Or I would have showed you the message. Heaven's loving you, girl. You make my whole life worthwhile. With your smile, I wouldn't have changed one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. Okay, so back to what I was saying. And this isn't me being mad. This isn't me being... But the fact that you're saying you're 32 and homeless does not mean that I'm not doing anything. Considering the fact that there are people that work a job that sleeps outside. So explain that. Because are they not doing anything? They work and they're homeless. There's a lot of people on TikTok that have a job and is homeless, sleeping out of their car. I don't understand why people keeps telling me I'm 32 and homeless. You don't think I know that? I wake up every day and know where I'm at. Why are you telling me something I already know? Like if you're saying that I don't know. You're 32 and homeless. Wow, I didn't know that, guys. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to come online and tell you everything that I'm doing every single day. Because you don't need to know that. You don't need to know nothing about what I'm doing. I get up every day. I have things I have to do every single day. I'm not sleeping every day. I'm not laying down. I have a lot. I'm exhausted. That's why I didn't go live that one day, because I was so tired. I just went straight to sleep. What does me being 32 and homeless have anything to do with that? For you to say it isn't about me being an influencer, it is about me being a content creator. It has nothing to do with that. If you're harassing someone for being homeless, then you are a problem. Why are you harassing someone for being homeless? You think that's okay? You just literally said that people are harassing me for being homeless. I don't choose to be homeless, so I don't know why you're harassing me like if I chose that. You think I'm not doing anything. You think I choose to be homeless. That is not the case. I couldn't have had a place to live. Whether people think I could have had a place to live all this time, no, I couldn't have. People don't know my situation. If I would have went and gotten a place, someone would have caused us to be evicted. It would have been under my name. And then I would have had a hell of a hard time to get a place. I'm not running because people tell me to run. You can do that. When you rush through life, you need to slow down and stop trying to rush through life and trying to scramble. I am already exhausted enough as it is. I'm not going to run because someone says run. Who said that I deserve a soft life? I said I wanted the soft life. A soft life is being with someone that has more money than me, that provides me a life, that pays for me to go on trips. That's a soft life. Soft life does not mean wanting things for free. You are confusing a soft life with wanting things for free. I didn't choose to be homeless because I want a soft life. Being homeless is not a soft life. There's a difference. You don't even know what a soft life is. A soft life is being with someone who is rich, that has money. That way all you have to take care of is self-care. A soft life has nothing to do with wanting things for free. Because if that's the case, all the girls that want a soft life would literally be homeless for a soft life. That's not how that works. Being homeless does not give you a soft life. Being homeless is not a soft life. Like that, a soft life is different. Soft life is self-care. Having money to take care of yourself so you can go do things. Like I could go get my nails done. I could go get a facial. I could go travel with the person that I love that has this money because they could take me traveling. And I'm not going to be with the person for the money, right? But that's what I meant by soft life. Being homeless, you always have to constantly be doing something. So you don't have time to stop and have self-care. You can't even take care of yourself because you're homeless. That is way different than the soft life. And to be honest, I'm not going to be with someone for money. So, yeah. That's what they said. They said that I chose to be homeless for a soft life. Because I said I didn't choose to be homeless. And they said I chose to be for the soft life. They did say that. First of all, I don't want to be with someone just for their money. And it isn't all about money. if I really care about someone, I'm going to care about them. What do you mean buying lashes? Someone gave me those lashes by the way that I wear. When I wear my makeup and I put my lashes on, those lashes were given to me. Because the person didn't like the way the lashes looked on them, so they gave me a whole pack of lashes. Fake nails, as far as the fake nails comes, yes, I only spent not even that much for fake nails. And these are the same people talking about you're pocket watching people when they're pocket watching you. Okay, if you think I'm lazy and don't want to get out of my situation, that's you. I'm not going to argue with you. Nobody chooses to be homeless. Who cares if you got $4,000 from your school? Great. $4,000 is not enough in this economy anyways. So why are you bragging? Your $4,000 is a penny. You can't even live off of $4,000, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Girl, I made half of that making an ad for Temu. What are we even bragging about? I made $3,000 in 1 month on TikTok. I was only $1,000 short of 4K, so why are you bragging? $3,000 in 1 month. Okay. That's nothing. They're the ones that brought up 4K that's supposed to mean something. And you can get blocked. Where's that money now? It went into the cars because the cars had to be running. So yeah, if you're gonna say that it went to Comic-Con, I didn't spend $3,000 at Comic-Con. I got receipts. I helped the cars run, so yeah. You could say I choose to be homeless, but I'm not mad. When I'm telling you I don't choose to be homeless, you're just saying that because you think it makes me mad. Right now, I'm not mad. You haven't even seen me mad. And when I am mad, you know when I'm mad. What opportunities have I had to get out of the situation? Tell me. Are you talking about getting a job? Because like I told you, there are programs for people that don't have to work where you can get housing. No income housing programs. So besides that, now tell me what else. Because I've already applied for those housing programs. I'm just waiting. So for you to say that I chose because I had opportunities, okay, explain. Besides the job, explain. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So, a 3-bedroom house in Albuquerque is not $900 a month. If you see any listings that have houses like that, those are scam listings. And you need to be careful because you're going to get scammed. No house in Albuquerque is 3-bedroom house is $900. Those are not real listings. Those are people trying to scam people. You see $900, you're going to run and try to rent that place. And you're going to get scammed because they're taking advantage. No one is going to be selling or not even selling. No one is going to be renting a house in this economy for $900. I already did that. I looked at houses on Facebook because I wanted to rent a house. On Facebook, especially anywhere, they were posting scams. So you got to be careful. It's not legitimate. I even reached out to people and they didn't respond back. And the ones that did respond turned out to be a scam. So yeah. There is no house for $900 a 3-bedroom. Why would I get a 3-bedroom if it's just me and my mom? That doesn't make sense considering the fact it's a scam. I am not going to go get scammed. That's not an option. You want me to get scammed. It is a scam. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If a 3-bedroom isn't over or close to $2,000, you are getting scammed. Nobody is going to sell a house or rent a house for $900 in this economy for a 3-bedroom. Trust me, I looked into a 3-bedroom. It is not $900. In this financial state that we're in, nobody is going to be renting a house with a 3-bedroom for $900. You are just as stupid as Trump if you believe that. You are gullible to think that I'm supposed to go get scammed because you said that's an option. Oh, it's a scam. I'm not lying that it's a scam. If I had a realtor show you it's a scam, then what are you going to say? Because I can contact a realtor and they can tell you that's a scam. That's not even a real house. That person doesn't own that house. They're taking a house. Did you know that there's a housing scam? So let's say someone has access to the code box that locks houses. They have these code boxes to houses that they're selling or they're renting. Someone has access to the code box. Because they have access, let's say that maybe they went to look at the house and they got the code box access, and now that they have access to that, what they'll do is they'll pretend to own the house. They'll have people go look at the house. What they'll do is they'll pretend to sell or rent the house, and then they'll say, look, they open the door, they show the person, the people are like, okay, they believe it because, they have the code, they got in. It was a whole thing. Even though I don't like Dr. Phil, someone that I followed, she got scammed out of buying a house, thousands of dollars. She literally got scammed out of a house because the person had the code box. It wasn't even their house. They didn't even own it. People will pretend to own a house. I can take a picture of a house right now on Zillow or anywhere and sell the house and put it up for $1 million and say I own that house and I'm selling it for $1 million. Then what I can do is figure out how to get access inside of the house so that way people won't think it's suspicious. I can go show the house around and be like, well, I have access to it. You can come see it. And then when they go look at the house, they believe it's legitimate. And then come to find out I never owned the house. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to get a 3-bedroom house. Like, I've tried to rent with other people and my mom in the past. There's nothing for $900 that cheap. And if you think that, then you're just stupid. Everything has gone up. The cost of living has gone up. It's no longer $900 anymore. People have to make money. If someone's renting a house for $900, it's not even worth it to even rent a 3-bedroom house for $900. They're losing out on money. Everything's about making money. If I own a house, I'm definitely not renting a house in this economy 3-bedroom for $900. And it's not because I want to be greedy. It's not because I want to take advantage of people. When you're renting a house, you have to pay if something breaks. So the person that owns the house, not you, not the renter, but the person that owns the house has to pay if something breaks. So if you have plumbing issues, they gotta pay a plumber to go out there and fix that. So why would they rent a house, a 3-bedroom for $900? That's not even enough to cover the cost if you have issues in your house. That doesn't cover if something breaks. They won't even be scraping because they have to make a profit. You have to think about this. When someone's renting, they have to have profit. they have to use some of that money to put it back into fixing the house. So they want to make sure if they're only barely making enough for them to make a profit, their profit's going to go right back into fixing the house, and they ain't going to have no profit. So why is anyone going to rent a house if they're not making any profit? They're not going to be making profit at this point. Their profit's going to go back into fixing the house. It's common sense. You wouldn't be running or starting a business and you're not even making a profit. The only reason you started a business is to make money. Why would you start a business to make no profit? That doesn't make sense. Walmart didn't become Walmart because they were, nobody's just doing anything for fun. Like, it's a scam. I know what a scam is. To tell me I don't know, if I have to have a realtor tell you that, they will. So then if you're making profit, then that means that you're not fixing your place, right? Let's say you rent a place for $900. Then you're going to leave your tenant without cooling because you're a slumlord. So you're a slumlord? You clearly don't have enough money to fix the place, so if they call you and say that their cooler's down, you're not going to fix it because you're a slumlord. There are a lot of places like that here. There are a lot of landlords, like there's a whole landlord list online here in Albuquerque of landlords that don't fix anything, so you're a slumlord. Yeah, you're making a profit, but who cares if your tenant doesn't have cooling? Oh, your tenant's toilet doesn't flush? Who cares? At least you're making a profit, slumlord. Like, hello? What do you mean? People don't choose to be homeless, so telling someone to take responsibility for being homeless is wild. $600 to rent? Oh my god, that's, well, lucky for them. Landlords are not oppressed. Landlords are scums and scammers. They're not oppressed, considering the fact that I know because of a current situation. How is it that you have people living in a place with no cooling? It is hot. Do you know how hot it is? And people have to live without a cooler? And all your properties are run down. The person who manages the properties are run down. Pieces of garbage places. And the only reason why they ain't doing anything is because, you live in this certain area. So, you're just going to accept whatever you accept. You're going to pay rent every month because that's what you can afford. But you can't complain about the cooling because you got nowhere else to move to, so you got to just accept it. Yeah, let's stop. My apartment, the last place I lived in, was roach infested. They didn't do anything about that, even though they told us. They said, right? I'm a pathological liar. How would you know that? Have you met me in real life, Trav? You don't know anything about me. How am I a pathological liar when I haven't lied about anything on the internet? And for some things, yes, so I don't get doxxed. What are you even talking about? You never met me in real life to know if I'm a pathological liar. With your verified check mark, you don't know anything. You pay for that verification. You're a fraud. I could have a verification right now if I wanted to. I would rather earn my verification than to pay for one. That's a fraud. That's a fake. If you're paying for a verification, you're fake. You want people to think you're important, that you're somebody. What is the reason for why people are paying for a check mark? Explain to me why you want to look like you're verified. I don't see the point of why people are paying for a check mark. That doesn't make any sense. Why do you want to fake like you're verified? That just doesn't make sense to me. Well, I'm not a loser, so... But why would you want a free trial for a check mark? You see, this is what people think, that if they have a check mark, that all of a sudden a check mark does not bring you views. If you guys are chasing views, if you're chasing to be famous, that's not, you're not going to get there. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm trying to be financially stable so I can help people. Not just people that I know, people that I don't know. You guys are all about money, money, money. It's not about making money. If you go into it about making money, you're not going to make money. I know there's a free trial because I could do the free trial, but it just doesn't make sense. It's not worth it though. And I didn't notice you because of your check mark. I noticed you because you said something nasty. And you said something that was not true. How do you know that I'm a compulsive liar if you've never met me in real life? I would never sit down with you. You judge people online. You're a judger. Why are you judging someone you don't know? I literally said that you falsely called me a compulsive liar. You don't know me in real life. You've never hung out with me. You've never sat at my table, nor would you ever sit at my table. Some people are not meant to sit at your table. It has nothing to do with getting noticed because you have a check mark. I didn't care about your check mark. I was addressing your comment. Then I noticed you had a check mark. Your check mark meant nothing. I don't understand why people pay or why people wants to be so important with the check mark. A check mark still makes you a nobody. It doesn't make you a somebody. I don't understand why people care about a check mark. There are families being torn apart about ICE and you care about a check mark? You want to feel important and be a hater in someone's live stream with a check mark? That's crazy. Who even said anything about touching me? Why are men so freaking disgusting? Who even said that I wanted you to touch me? What is wrong with you? Bruh, you're weird. Seriously. Who even mentioned about you touching me? I didn't even say that. God. What do you mean I'm jealous about a check mark? I can have a check mark. What are you talking about? I can do the free trial on Instagram and have a check mark. There's nothing to be jealous about because it's free. Anyone can do it. You just do the free trial, and then after you do have to pay for your check mark, but I'm not paying for one because why would I want to earn my check mark. I don't want to pay for one. Men are so stupid. First of all, you called me a compulsive liar. Then you went from that to saying I would never touch you, which is so weird. Because why do men do that? Right? You don't even care about what I'm saying. That's why you probably have, if you have a girlfriend, she probably doesn't value herself enough. Your girlfriend probably thinks of herself with no value. Like, if I was your girlfriend, I would be embarrassed to have a boyfriend like you online. Seriously. I'm not a compulsive liar. It's housing scams. If you're calling me a compulsive liar because I'm talking about housing scams, then you must be one of those people that is scamming people out of a house. There's actual housing scams. How am I compulsively lying? You don't even know what I'm doing in my life for you to even say I'm a compulsive liar. A lot of these people that know me in real life online. In the past that was helping me with housing. So why would I lie considering the fact that I run into people every day that would say, no, you're lying. You're not telling the truth. Hello? I could run into someone in my real life. That's why I don't lie. Because literally I'm not going to portray myself one way and be another in real life. Because if I run into somebody, I'm going to want them to see me as I truly am. You don't even know anything about me and you just came in my life and judged me. What does the comment say? Don't you say you have recently come out of the closet? That's not compulsively lying. I am bisexual. I couldn't talk about it because one of the places I was at was super religious and didn't like that. A lot of people don't agree with that because they use religion to say that it's wrong for you to like other genders. It's wrong for you to be gay. I was not lying about that. The only reason why I didn't say anything is because I didn't feel safe. I had to protect my safety. With a lot of people, if you're mad because someone doesn't come out the way that you want them to, that's weird. Then let's talk about the other stuff, right? Because you mentioned it, and let's really talk about it, right? You talked about me seeing a therapist. I do see a therapist. I still have to see a therapist. So yes, I had been seeing a therapist. As far as the gym goes, yes, I've been going to the gym. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym every morning. Yes, I went to the gym every single day. There was literally a picture of me at the gym. So what are you even talking about? You literally mentioned those things that I was actually doing. So what are you talking about? What smack am I talking? I'm not even talking smack to you. If you're mad because I brought up your check mark, then you have insecurity issues, little man. You have little man syndrome. You got a tiny wee-wee and you're in here being so mad. Why don't you go look for it with a microscope instead of being in here trying to prove that you got giant cojones you don't even got? It's tiny. You don't need to sit here and be, like buffed up like a bulldog. Okay, calm down, Chihuahua. It's not that serious. Arf, arf, arf. Go do that somewhere else. What smack was I talking? All I did was mention your check mark, and all of a sudden that's talking smack. You're the one that started saying shit first. And then, because I matched your energy, now all of a sudden you're mad, little man. Go somewheres. Why are men always in business they shouldn't even be in, trying to come at women a certain type of way? No one was talking to you. You don't even know if I'm a compulsive liar. You don't even know anything about me. You came in here talking smack. No one was even saying anything to you. Then you brought up the fact of my therapist, of me being bi, and literally of me going to the gym like that was me lying. They literally took a picture of me at the gym. So am I lying? I got up at 4 o'clock every morning to go to the gym, to walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Then I would go do my arms and my hips. So I don't even know why you feel the need to insert yourself in my business, like if you care. And then to tell me, well, you said you're going to see a therapist. Yeah, I am going to see a therapist. I still am seeing a therapist. The reason why I'm not going to the gym is because I was going under someone else's gym membership as a guest, which I'm no longer going. But I was going to the gym. I was working out. I was seeing a therapist, and I am bi. Why does it bother you if I'm bisexual or not? Like, mind your own business. Whatever you want to believe, Travis, whatever you want to believe, that's on you. I'm not lying. I did go to the gym every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and went to the gym. So, yeah. Okay, whatever you believe, Travis. I'm not trying to argue with a man that has a small wiener. I really don't care. You're trying to argue with women for no reason, and it's giving boring. It's giving what men try to do because they want attention because they don't have any. When they don't get attention from women, they argue with women for no reason. You never even met me in real life. You don't know if I'm a compulsive liar. You think that your comments mean something because you're verified. People are going to listen to you. I don't care about your opinions, verified or not. You could do the free trial check mark, but that doesn't make your comments any more important than anyone else's. You think that you're so important because you got a check mark. People will listen to you. That's not the case. I could care less. Obviously, like, if you were any kind of a man, you wouldn't be coming in here just judging women. It's so weird. It's not giving what you think it needs to give. Why do men love to come to randomly pick fights with women? No one was checking for you. No one was talking to you. Then you said I was talking smack to you when you left the comment first, calling me a compulsive liar. You've never even met me in real life, and then you're complaining to me about how I'm lying. You didn't go with me to the gym, so how do you know if I went to the gym? You weren't even sitting there with me when I met with my therapist. And online, I have to protect my safety when it comes to my sexuality because people get murdered for being trans. People get murdered for being gay. I was in a place where I couldn't talk openly about being bisexual because I was being told I was going to hell for being gay. And if you want to defend that, then defend that. Oh, so now you're going to bring up fat. Now you're going to be fat phobic. So misogynistic of you. Of course a man would bring up a woman being fat. Who cares if I'm fat? So what? Did you know going to the gym doesn't work? If you're not changing your diet and how you're eating. And when you go to the gym, going to the gym to lose weight, and mind you, I had a good diet. Let's just be for real. I didn't eat too much. You don't see results overnight. That's not how it works. Just because I went to the gym does not mean I'm going to be automatically skinny. That's not how that works. You have to go to the gym for consistently for a long time, not just for months. Okay? So what if I went to the gym for a couple of months? That's not going to be immediate results. You have to keep going to the gym. It's just way more than just going to the gym. Like, people tells you to go eat a salad. If you eat a salad, you're not going to lose weight. If you think that's all you need to lose weight, then go eat a salad. Like, bro, now you want to be fat phobic and call me fat? Get out of here. Like, go somewhere. Yeah, because it does only strengthen your bones. That's why people go. You said you have been going to the gym every day for the past month. And now I'm pretty sure you will see the results after a month. No, not really. Yeah, you'll lose about a pound. That's all you're gonna see in a month. I lost about 2 pounds. That's it. Like, going to the gym for a month, you don't lose a lot of weight. That's not how it works. If you're losing weight drastically, it's because you're probably doing something that's unhealthy. So no, you don't see results immediately. Any personal trainer will tell you that. Like, ask a personal trainer. You're automatically not gonna lose weight that fast. I was on the treadmill for 30 minutes and I didn't go for a couple of months. I don't know how many months. I started going, so yeah. I woke up at 4 a.m. I set my alarm. I walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Then I did like the ones where you're on your knees and then you twist. It's like for your stomach, I think. I did that, and then I would do like, the dumbbell, those little like dumbbell things. I would work my arms, so I would do this for like 10. I would do like 10 sets of those 3 times. So I was doing 60 of those because I was doing 10 of one, 10 of the other. Then the bars that you pull down, that, because I wanted to work my back out, because I'm trying to get rid of fat everywhere. That I did that 10 times. Then I would do this like rower thing where you like pull one side and pull the other, or you could pull it like that, like you're rowing. I did that one 10 times. And then after that, I would go take a shower. I went to the gym with 2 other people. And then sometime on Friday was my rest day. So I would work out all week. Friday I would get on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and then I would get on the massage chair. And then after that I would go take a shower and leave. Friday was my rest day, but all the week I worked. I worked out all week, and then Friday was the day to rest. Yeah, 10 times, because I did it 10 times. I was gradually working towards working out more. You don't have to overexert yourself. You start out slow, then you start working up towards being able to do more workouts. You don't go work out and start doing everything to the extreme, because if you do a bunch of workouts and you overexert yourself, you're going to get tired. Then, yeah, that's what I did. No, I didn't even eat anything. After I worked out, I would eat a breakfast sandwich or have some cereal. I didn't even eat a lot. Why do I have to name people? Trav, you do not know if you don't even know what my platform is, you wouldn't be asking that. I get doxxed and harassed. One of the people I went to the gym with, their police record is literally being posted everywhere. My therapist that I was seeing, I'm not naming my therapist so people can dox my therapist. Are you dumb? You know for a fact I can't even name drop people. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna name people, so think I'm lying. I don't care about what you think. You're misogynistic. You just called me fat because I was going to the gym and didn't lose weight. Like, I don't care. Sounds like someone that doesn't want to touch somebody. That's so weird. But you're so concerned about my body. I don't know no man that's concerned about a woman's body coming into life saying I would never touch you. You must have thought about it, because why are you so concerned about my body? It's so weird. I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Wouldn't have missed loving you, girl. All the things of love is together we can flying high. I talk to my mom every day. And you're saying I don't talk to my mom? She's been in my live streams. My mom is in my lives. So why are you saying I don't talk to my mom when people are responding to my mom? You just got caught lying in 4K. People see my mom's account in my live, defending me. But yet I haven't talked to my mom. She's in the lives. You just lied. You're a compulsive liar. You literally just proved you're projecting and you're the compulsive liar. I don't even need to be arguing with that man. Let him believe what he wants to believe. Like, you literally questioned about the gym. You questioned my sexuality, which is weird. What does me being bisexual have to do with you? You're a man. So why are you worried about some woman's sexuality? It's so weird to me. You ain't getting any. So you're taking your frustrations out on other people. If you're that sexually frustrated, go take care of yourself and stop taking it out on other people. My God. And you just literally admitted that because you said I would never touch you. Why? Like, I didn't even say anything about that. I didn't tell you I wanted you to touch me. That is so weird. Then you called me fat. Like, bruh, you can't even get worse as a man. And as your mother, I would be disappointed in you. I would disown you. If my boy was talking like that online, like I would have literally had a talk with him. Your mom never taught you how to treat women. You come in here, you start shit with women, you pick fights with women because I know that's what you do. You're the type of man that picks random fights with women because you love fighting with women for some reason. That's what it gives off. Then you want to act like a little man, and then you want to come in here and say shit. I didn't make up the situation in my head. I responded to your comment because you lied. You called me a compulsive liar. Then you turned around and said I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Who even said anything about touching me, which is so weird. Of course your mind would go to that because that's all men think about is sex. Let's not lie. Like, hello. And then you went on some sort of a tangent talking shit because I mentioned your check mark, and then turned around and said I lied about going to the gym, and then called me fat. Is that not what happened? You got mad after I brought up your check mark saying, well, you noticed me. When I didn't notice you because of your check mark. I noticed you because you lied and called me a compulsive liar, and I said, how do you know? You've never met me in real life. Then you proceeded to bring up 3 things, told me that if I couldn't name 3 people, if I couldn't name my therapist and the 2 people I went to the gym with, then you literally said that I was lying because I wouldn't name them. for obvious reasons, because I'm not doxing people, and then turned around and called me fat. And no, I'm not fat. You're an idiot. Look up the definition of fat. Fat is a greasy substance. I'm not a greasy substance. You might be a greasy substance because you sound greasy. You act greasy. You probably are greasy. I don't even know why any woman would want to be with you. I'm not a greasy substance. You don't even know what the definition of fat is, and you're calling someone fat because, Americans take words from other countries or take words and make up words that are not even real. The English language, not English like England, the English language is just a bunch of made up words. A lot of the stuff that you say is made up. If you look at the definitions of a lot of words, fat is a greasy substance. I'm not a greasy substance. A lot of the people call themselves names that is literally made up words. If you look at the origins of where the words derived from, I'm trying to think of another word that I just learned about recently. I can't even remember. Fat. I'm talking about the word fat because you said you are fat. No, I am not fat. Fat is a greasy substance. I'm not a greasy substance. A lot of English words are made up. When you call yourself things, it's not real. It derives from other words that does not mean what you're using the word as. Fat is a greasy substance. So are you calling yourself a greasy substance? Because you're not a greasy substance. You're a human being. So why would you refer to yourself as a greasy substance? A substance is not a person. Definition of fat. A person or animal being a large amount or excess of flesh. No, that is not the real definition. The real definition of fat derives from another word, and the word means a greasy substance. Fat is not a person with extra flesh. Fat is a made-up word from another word that just is described as a greasy substance. Do not play with me, because that is the stupidest thing I've heard. It does not refer to an animal with extra flesh. Animal does not have flesh, right? So when you're saying a person or animal, animals don't have flesh. They have skin. They literally have, their skin is not called flesh. Maybe it is called flesh, but I don't know. But either way, the word where it's derived from is derived from another word that means a greasy substance. We made up the word fat. There are a lot of words, English words, that are made up that are not even real words that you are using. If I could remember one of the other words, I will. Look up where the word fat is derived from, then come back. Where does the word fat come from? You let someone take a word from somewhere else, make it up, and you're using these made up words. Okay? You can color the sky purple and say it's purple, but no matter how you try to make up that the sky is purple, it will always be blue. That is a made up word with a made up definition. Fat equals a greasy substance. I am literally talking out my problems. I am getting help. And when we talked about that, because a lot of people referred to themselves as fat, they corrected us and said fat is a greasy substance. Why are you referring to yourself as a greasy substance? You're not a greasy substance. I know what I'm talking about. You may want to use these made up words, but okay. Grease comes from byproducts. I am not a chicken. I am not greasy. So for you to sit here and say I'm greasy, I'm not greasy. I sweat, but just because I sweat doesn't make me greasy. I'm not a greasy substance. Grease comes from food. It comes from oil. Grease is oil. Is a type of oil. Well, you could keep saying the definition of fat, but that's not the real definition of fat. Look up where fat comes from. Look up where the word fat comes from. Fat comes from another word that means greasy substance. Again, no matter what you say, your definition is not going to fit. America made up a definition, added that to the word fat, and fat does not mean a greasy substance. Travis, when you say you don't think I've had $200 or above, I made $3,000 in 1 month. So why are you in here trying to lie? I got receipts that I got paid $3,000 in 1 month last year. Now you see, this is what I talk about. These misogynistic men have nothing to do but to try to be misogynistic and argue with women for no reason. Now all of a sudden you're arguing about money. I don't think she's ever seen $200. Why is that all men care about is weight and what women make and women's sexuality? You're the type of man to go up to a lesbian and tell her that she'll no longer be lesbian if she gets with you. You just don't know it yet. You've never been with a guy that'll really show you what it's like. Because if you was a man that really showed you what it's like, you wouldn't be lesbian anymore. I could change that. I could change you. That's what you sound like. Like, it's so weird that people are just literally defending this dude who literally came in my live stream questioning my sexuality. I'm bisexual. Why do I need to prove to you that I'm bisexual? What does that affect you? Like, why are you so concerned with my sexuality is weird? I wouldn't come on here and lie about that. I don't get attention from that. I lost thousands of followers for even saying that I'm bisexual, even though people know that I support the LGBTQIA+. I just said where the money went. You literally came in my live stream questioning my sexuality, and then you're questioning how much money I make, like if that's the topic, after I said, why did you lie on me and say I'm a compulsive liar? And then you guys be coming in here defending this misogynistic dude. Yes, he is misogynistic. First of all, he called me fat. What was his reasoning for that? Like, why does he care about my body? Then he said that he wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. Who even said anything about touching anybody is weird. Why do men's minds go like that? Then he questioned about my money, and then he questioned my sexuality. What does me being bi have anything to do with him and his identity? Nothing. He's the one who came on my page being misogynistic. Fat is a greasy substance. I'm not a greasy substance. I don't care about the AI overview. If you're talking about that stupid thing that's on people's videos, I really don't care. Why are we literally going off of an AI overview? It's so stupid. Like, yeah, the AI thing described James Charles as a predator. Why are we even applauding AI, first of all? That's destroying our world. And you're still over here defending AI. And then you say, oh, you post AI, you do this and that. There's no way to escape AI. It's everywhere. Even even the iPhones now are using AI. I could care less about that dumbass overview. Doesn't make it true because it's AI. Fat is a greasy substance. I'm not a greasy substance. Yeah, that's nothing bad. There's no such thing as obese unless it's past what I am, and I'm not obese. So, yeah. If I was obese, when I go to the doctor, they would literally talk to me and help me about losing weight. I'm not obese. So, try again. And I'm pretty sure obese derives from a word that means something totally different. Actually, I looked it up. So, obese derives from the Latin word obesis, and it means to eat oneself overweight. So, that means if you're over consuming food a lot, that makes you obese. I'm not obese because I don't eat myself overweight. But anyways, I gotta go because I need to get some sleep. I'm tired. I need to get into my pajamas. But anyways, first of all, I'm not eating myself fat. I don't eat a lot of foods. I eat breakfast and dinner. That's all I eat. And now I'm gonna start eating lunch. But yeah, I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all I eat. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. Stay safe. I'm not going to sit here and argue with people. If you want to refer to yourself as a greasy substance, then refer to yourself as a greasy substance. But I'm not a greasy substance. So I'm not going to call myself fat just because you want to make up words. Anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. Bye guys. Good night. Stay safe.